Guys, welcome or welcome back. If you're new here, I'm Jamie, and this will be a reading for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements. If you're new to the tarot, there are some rules. We'll start with the fact that this is for millions of people, so if it's not your reading, discard it. Maybe the next one will be. There is no gender. If I pull a king, queen, emperor, empress, if the sex or gender resonates, cool, but if not, that's okay. The card is meant to describe a personality, so you'll definitely know who we're talking about. If you'd like to book a private personal, the information is in the description of the video. I also offer a membership, so any extended readings, if I do them at all, they end up there. It's the only way you can access them. You get discounted reading prices, members-only videos, members-only live chats, mental health information, and tarot lessons. If you're interested in that, you can go to the membership tab of the channel to check out the perks, or you can hit the join button below. If you are a reader or a spiritualist and you have a channel and you'd like to go live with me, whether you want to promote your channel or business, or if you just want to have fun, that information is in the description. Well, my contact information is. So I'm using the Oracle to pull the overall energy of the spread. I'm clarifying with the Tarot, and in the end I'll grab some advice. So we have nothing as yet set in stone. Mutable moon. We have enchanted encounter. I'm surrounded by friends, family, animals, and nature. I connect with the world around me, and I am nurtured by these enchanted encounters. I am loved and accepted within my community. I am not alone. And disorganized attachment. Believes one is undeserving of love or closeness. Experiences emotional extremes, splitting, untrusting, controlling, and explosive behavior without accountability. The Four of Pentacles is the overall energy. We have the Page of Swords, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Emperor, Aries energy. And in the challenge position, we have the Page of Cups. I feel like right now you're holding back communication from someone. Where it's interesting here is that I feel like this person, they actually are trying to work things out with you here. Like they're trying to communicate in some type of way to see how things can be fixed, what they can do to change things. And I think the problem here I think is feeling like I mean, the challenge basically is opening up your heart to a person. Let's just say it like that. You may feel like you can't trust people, that you can't show them who you really are because they won't accept it. You know, and this is definitely an energy of trying to control a situation. And in this type of way, you know, people like trying to control an outcome by making things end so that they don't have to end the hard way later on. That's kind of what I'm seeing here. Maybe there's this part of yourself that you don't see, or maybe and of course the energy can always be reversed. You can feel like it's this person. They have a real problem with opening up to you emotionally, or really being able to understand that some of the people around them they can trust and that they can love. There's just kind of something here where I feel like it's more on your end, though, where you try to control an outcome. But it's, and maybe this may end up actually trying to control a person in the long run, you know? I think the problem here is that you may always kind of look at situations like they are set in stone. You could be looking at situations when they are new. Like, this is exactly how things will end. Like, there is an expectation that things will end with people, that that if you get close to people, they're going to basically find out that, you know, you're undeserving of that, or you're not worthy of that. And then there will be this threat of, I think, you know, losing people. So it's like, if it's inevitable that I'm going to lose people anyway, it's probably best to push them away. That's kind of what I'm getting here. Even if you don't recognize that that's your energy, there could be somebody here that's trying really hard to put in the work with you, to communicate with you, to try to figure out what it is that you want and how to move things forward. And you're not even really appreciating it. You're seeing this as maybe dangerous, I want to say. Like, if you were to actually open up and get vulnerable or super close with someone, I'm kind of getting like a situation where it's like, say you meet a person and you already know that you have some codependency issues, that your attachment style is a little off, that, you know, you have some emotional dysregulation issues. And that if anyone gets close to you, you'll end up exploding on them, or, you know, like, you'll end up not trusting them and trying to control them. There's like something here where you're very self-aware of just how toxic you can get in a relationship. And I feel like here you're trying to essentially save yourself and someone else by not getting close. And they're trying to evade that space, you know? So can you see this person in a way as maybe they're in control of themselves? I mean, this is an emperor. You know, maybe they have self-control. Maybe they aren't going to do things that other people have done. You know, maybe they know exactly what they want, so they're not all over the place with it. Maybe you've consistently dated people with a disorganized attachment style where you were everything when you first meet them, and then later you're just kind of like discarded, where you deal with them splitting. You know, one day you're the most beautiful thing on the planet and nobody could ever compare to you, and the next day you're dog shit. But I feel like here what this is doing is kind of calling somebody out on their own behavior in relationships. Not really wanting to get close because you can't really trust that somebody's going to stick around. Having a tendency to blow up on people, or having these really like abusive, controlling behavioral patterns in a relationship. The problem here is like having this explosive behavior without accountability, kind of blaming other people for that. You know, I see this all the time where people will be like, my narcissistic ex, da-da-da. But really, if you sit and have a conversation with that person, they have tons of seriously narcissistic traits, you know. And the thing with that is that it's like a pathology. They can't see outside of that. They feel like the other person is them. So it's the other person doing these things, but really it's them. You know, I'm not saying like somebody is narcissistic, you know, I'm just using that as an example because I feel like that's the pop psych term of the century. You know, and what I see all the time in the comments. And it's not that they're wrong, it's just that they're paying attention to someone else's behavior and not their own, or taking accountability for their own behavior. You know, if we are dealing with energies that are like this, where is our part in it? If we have this type of attachment style, we probably play a big ass role in that, you know? And somebody here has like PTSD or CPTSD or something like that, where they really like have issues trusting people. There's like a general suspiciousness to everyone, but especially on a romantic front. And that could be where a lot of the trauma lies, those family relationships, and then those adult romantic relationships that you've had after that, but it's like somebody doesn't believe that somebody that's around them really, truly, genuinely cares for them and just like really is being honest when they say that they care, you know, that it is capable, that you are capable of being loved. That's what I mean to say. Like somebody just doesn't see themselves for who they really are, and they also have a problem with seeing other people who they are. Like you could have days where you feel really, really good about yourself and that you deserve the world, and other days you feel like you're a piece of shit and it's best for you to not get close to anyone because you're a monster that destroys everyone, and that's splitting. You know, you do it on yourself too. You don't just do it on the partner, and you got to pay attention to those energies. Are you maybe treating other people how you're feeling about yourself in the moment? Because it looks like in the moment you're feeling like you don't deserve this person. And mostly based off the fact that you're holding back from them, you're trying to push them away, and they're still going hard for you. It's kind of interesting. So tell me about this Emperor. The Page of Wands, the Five of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles. I have the Seven of Wands at the bottom of the deck. I feel like this person really does have good intentions. They're just super attracted to you. They like the way that you talk. What they don't like here, though, is how fucking hard it is to try to get into you. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like they're fighting tooth and nail to try to get you to understand, like, that they actually, like, really, like, this is how they see you. Like, you're it, you know? Like, this is wifey boo. This is, like, relationship material. This is somebody who's worth it. You can't see your worth the way that they do. Now you're projecting onto them. Like, this person feels like you're just super defensive. And they don't even understand it. Like, I'm kind of getting this as a person in your life that's kind of fairly new. You know, they haven't done anything to you yet. You're just starting to push them away because you feel like you're getting too comfortable or you're getting too close. And this person just doesn't understand the energy. They can't figure out if they're like trying to, if they need to fight for your attention, if that's what you want, if you want them to chase you, if you want them to leave you the fuck alone, if there's somebody else involved. There's just a person here with a lot of questions that can't seem to get through your walls. I'm going to keep it real with you, though. I mean, like, you got to really think about Emperor energy. The Emperor can have whoever he wants. How far do you expect him to chase you? You know, and I think here the reality is that you're trying to push someone away just so you don't get hurt in the end. You're, like, catastrophizing. So what's the advice? The Tower, Aries, Scorpio energy. The High Priestess, Cancer, Pisces. The Fool, Aquarius energy. Bottom of the deck, the Knight of Pentacles. The Four of Wands. It literally is saying to stop catastrophizing. There's a problem with you. You do that. You just like set this expectation of when things would end or how they would end. Like, I'm kind of getting like, say you go out on a first date with somebody, you really like them, you really have a good time. You go home at night, you lay in the bed, and you think about what this person probably would do in a very negative way. Oh, they'd probably cheat on me, or they'd lie to me, or they probably have somebody else in their life anyway, or they would wait till I really had feelings for them and they would push me away. And I think that doesn't make sense is saying to stop listening to your anxiety, which is what that is, and start listening to your intuition. Somebody who's willing to chase you the fuck around, try to communicate with you to figure out how they can work things out here. Somebody who's fighting for your attention. Somebody who is dealing with your defensive ass energy probably is fucking worth it. And they might see you that way. You know, I think that you're fighting this intuitive feeling that someone actually really just wants a genuine connection here. You can feel that. And you're fighting it, and you're basically attempting to make someone pay for something that they didn't do. Like, this is shit other people did to you. These are the unhealed parts of you that you're not wanting to look at. And then you come up with excuses to not like this person. This is really saying that you need to, one, look at the energy. Look at how you're treating yourself, how you're treating somebody else here. Is this really the way to go about it? Keep it real with yourself. Maybe take some risk. You know, every time that you deal with somebody, especially on a romantic level, there's a 50% chance that shit is not going to work out. And there's an equal 50% chance that it could, if you give it a fucking chance, though. You know, I think that you've been through so much that you're basically unwilling to do that. This is the type of situation where if you just slowly let things build up over time, it's going to turn into marriage, moving in together, something like that. Like, you know, somebody's showing up in your life that you should let in, and you're trying to push them away. And I'm going to keep it real. I feel like this is warning you that if you don't take a risk with this person, if you don't really try, they'll fuck off, and somebody else will be very happy to have them. All of us are out here looking for an Emperor Capricorn, just to be clear, male or female, you know? Somebody who really has their shit together, they know what they want, and they're not really out to play any games is kind of the ideal partner. Maybe give them a shot before just deciding for yourself that it's going to turn to shit, because it's really fucking you up here. Okay, bye.